it's Westloar here, and today I will be playing and giving you my first impressions on Loadout. And joining me for this rip-roaring Explodorama is...
Hey, Edatain.
Edatain, also known as Damrod if you follow him on his YouTube or his Twitter. Welcome to... too, whatever.
Dam pops up in too many thoughts, so...
Okay, yeah. Alright then. So we thought we'd take a look at the weapon crafting and stuff, and the loadouts, of course, the titular loadouts. So I'm going to jump onto my weapon crafting page. I presume Annie's going to do a very similar thing. So you'll see what I've got here. I've got 3 weapons here already crafted, and I've upgraded these quite considerably. And you'll notice there are also extra slots here. You can craft up to, let's see, you've got 9 per page, 3 pages. Some quick maths tells me that's 27. You craft up to 27 different types of weapons. And looking at the configurations of weapons, that's probably not enough slots. You can unlock slots as well, I didn't realise. So you can probably... I see. All your slots after level 30 you have to pay to unlock. So you can only craft 6 weapons for free. So, what I'll do, let's throw up the blowy operator, which is apparently recommended by 9 out of 10 mums. Did you know that? 9 out of 10 mums. Does your mum like the blowy operator? Yes? No? You've gone silent.
She's going to be the one that doesn't like it.
She's going to be the one. The one
she
that
likes
doesn't
the
like
bloop shoot far too much.
The bloop shoot. Wink. Right there. Sorry, I'm just popping at your mum there. So let's have a quick look at what we've got here. So you start your weapon by choosing one of 4 chassis: rifle, launcher, pulse, or beam. This has the biggest effect on what type of weapon it's going to be. So if I select launcher, well, it's going to be a rocket launcher of some description. But actually it doesn't stop there, because if I have a launcher, it doesn't just have to be your standard rocket. You can move on to Tesla, health, if you unlock it, pyro, so burning damage, which as we both have found out is imbalanced.
Very much so, very much so.
Very much so. And juice, which I haven't seen yet and haven't got myself. It's a fairly expensive upgrade, but you can use it to buff your teammates, granting them extra strength and speed. So I don't know how good that is yet. But then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 areas along with your chassis that you can upgrade on the main weapon itself. So you've got your stock, which ranges from good at standing still and shooting down sights to good at hip firing, i.e. moving. Different types of scope, so different zoom in levels, but also got stuff like bioscanner, which will show enemies' health. You've got X-ray, see-through walls and stuff. And then exclusive to launchers, you've also got remote control, allowing you to control your rockets, which is pretty awesome. Again, I haven't really seen that yet. And then you've also got your tri-barrels, your tubes, your cages, quad barrels, all the way up to hexa-barrel, which is ridiculous. So as you can see, there's a huge amount of customization. Frog in my throat. Customization there. You can then throw stuff in it, like you can make it lob, so like a mortar, corkscrew fire, impact explosion, bouncing rockets, sticky rockets to make mines, contact explosion, manual explosion, timed explosion, proximity explosion. Then move from there, you can turn the payload into explosive, a cluster, flak, quad cluster, or extra wide cluster. I don't remember the number that was quoted by the developers of Loadout, but it's freaking ridiculous the amount of combinations you can have. So, move on now quickly to loadouts. But before we do, what's your impressions of weapon crafting then, Damrod?
Damrod? Well, I like it, but there's still a lot that I'd like to see. Okay, the fact that you have individual numbers is great. Yeah, it's reminiscent of Blacklight, and that's kind of what
Dirty words.
I think Blacklight is a very good free-to-play shooter.
No, I like it, I do, but it's a dirty word.
But, because, I mean, you've got like PlanetSide, for instance, they took on board Blacklight's numbers everywhere. It's good having transparency. Otherwise, you know, the description, for instance, this says, they still have descriptions like, aluminium stock is lightweight that improves accuracy while moving but offers poor recoil dampening. How much?
Yeah,
numbers.
I think I'd like a bit more clarification in that area myself, to be honest.
A few of them seem a bit broken. Like, it's said with aluminium, it says it improves accuracy while moving. The individual stat of accuracy is not changed, but the recoil dampening one is. It's way worse.
Yeah.
So, it's not entirely...
Yeah, I mean, one thing that kind of I found offsets that a little bit is, I'm going to show this now to the viewers. If I select quad barrel now, I don't have enough blutes, which is the in-game free currency, to unlock the quad barrel. But I can still use it in the test. So I can actually take this into a test arena, like so. And then I can test it against enemies, so I can see how it fares without buying it. And, you know, it's not a real game, so I'm not going to get that kind of data off it, but I can see how much I like it, see if the accuracy is improved in a very general way. So there is that, but yeah, I do totally agree actually with you. You know, as much as I don't want it to be blacklight, because you know there are enough numbers in enough games, it would be nice to have a bit more information.
Just general better description. The description is like a sentence or two. It's not the best. And he really, I mean, that test thing is great, but the bots are, it's not, if you could use it in a bot game, that would be a different story. That would be, you'd get a far better idea of how good the gun is and if it suits your style of play, rather than just, these bots are doing taunts and they're running, shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly, the test has a bit to be desired. It's good for a bit of target practice and what have you. And I suppose it's good purely for kind of damage kind of comparisons, but in terms of actual usage within game, it's far from that. And I suppose, you know, with a game that's about loadouts that you have to purchase, albeit with the in-game currency, you probably do want a bit more information prior to purchasing. But, you know, although upgrades can be quite expensive, at the same time, the game is quite generous for the blutes it gives you.
It is, but remember the blutes. The only way to actually, I mean, this is a good point. The only way to upgrade your weapons and to get new parts of weapons is via blutes, which is just play the game and you'll get them. However, there's nothing. That's it. There's no part of cosmetics in the outfitter which you use blutes for, which is something I'm not a fan of. We'll probably get onto that.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, that's personal opinion, because I personally could not give a shit about cosmetic items. The only time I have is when I've unlocked them, like in Lotro. I took part of one of the summer events and I got loads of cool cosmetic items, and I make sure that I wear my duck mask at all opportunities. But otherwise, I don't really care about cosmetic stuff, so personally that doesn't bother me. I do like the fact that it's not pay to win, it's play to win. So the more you play, the better you get, the more stuff you can unlock.
Yeah, that's a very big positive about loadout. Whereas, obviously, we've used Blacklight as a comparison already. With Blacklight, you can't unlock a weapon more than 7 days, can you, using in-game currency? Which is, I mean, it basically, that encourages you to keep playing constantly to make sure you keep renewing your weapons. Whereas loadout, you can play for a bit, you got enough blutes, I'll unlock my turret, I'll stop playing for 2 weeks, come back on with a new update and you're fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really didn't like that about Blacklight. The whole.
No, I'm not saying it was a positive thing. It was kind of annoying, or very annoying, but this is something that loadout has on Blacklight. We should probably...
Go on.
We should probably not compare the games too much because they're very, very different.
Oh yeah, but it does annoy me as like a way of doing things, because it was almost like, ah, look, we're being really generous instead for... No, we're not! So... Because it was just like, yeah, look, we're giving you this on the cheap, except you've only got it for 7 days, so you better use it for those 7 days. And in my experience, whenever I got it, it was more like I got that for 2 days, because, you know, it's a good game, but I didn't want to play it for 7 days straight.
Yeah, some of us did, though, but not...
Alright. Right then, so I think we could talk a lot more about the crafting, as there's a lot to talk about. But more importantly, does it play well? So let's see if we can find a game.
We're already a party. By the way, if you're watching this and have the intention of playing the game shortly after this has been put on YouTube, be aware that the friend system is a bit dodgy and the
Yeah.
servers keep going offline. So if you can't connect to the friend list, go play a bot game or go play a normal game, and you should connect to
No,
it.
might. For you it worked. For me, it didn't really.
It's just a bit of luck of the draw, right? So I'm gonna roll on this matchmaking.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of sold on the game when I was playing it, but I was playing it by myself. I hadn't actually, played with anyone else, so I wasn't aware of that issue. I think that would have kind of tarnished my view of the game a bit quicker if I'd have known the matchmaking system was still a bit dodge.
You get around it. I've played this for a few hours with 3 other people in a party.
What match
and, I'm going to go for random. I just normally go for random. And
Yeah, I'll go for that.
we got around it. But what did annoy me, and this might annoy a lot of people, is party system. Ash and I, there are 2 of us currently in our party. We'll probably be on the same team and it'll mix it up a bit. If there are 4 of you in a party, which is the max party amount, it will 100% split you into 2s. So 2 of you will be on one team, 2 on the other.
What the hell is the point of a party?
Yeah, it was still enjoyable because I was playing with people in the house. My housemate in the wall behind the wall, so I could hear him screaming, and the housemate next to me. But it was still it was annoying. We want to play together, and you can play together against bots, but not against people. So we kind of went back to playing against bots to get some bloots.
That's a bit shy though,
great.
isn't it? Really?
Yeah. And the amount of
so just to
people-
cut you up just there for a second, I can now choose between 2 loadouts, and so I'm picking this one, just so you know what I was doing. And this is really, really cool. When you spawn, it spawns everyone in a big circle of death, which is a great way to start a game. I usually don't survive, but
I'm so burnt. Are we on the same team? We are, indeed.
we are on the same team. So, for everyone wondering what the hell is going on, we're playing a game called Extraction, whereby there's 1 collector per team, and he has to collect blue right, which is these little blue things here. And that's how you score. Basically, that's it. So you've got to defend your collector and defeat the enemy collector. And when you do so, there's another one after a few seconds. So it's kind of that tug of war of defending your own guy plus collecting your own and killing their guy, which is quite cool. So you can see this is fairly hectic. There's a lot going on a lot of the time. It is very busy. This is not a slow cover shooter by any means. Oh, crap. And I don't know if you've noticed already, this game is mega gory. Look at that, my leg has fallen off. It's blood everywhere. Oh god. There's all sorts of weird
I've lost
stuff.
my back. Oh, God.
My back has gone. I don't know
Losing
where.
your back. Run into loads of syringes and the green goo will heal you.
Yay for green glue. Glue? Goo. It's probably glue as well.
This is where you work out, like, I've changed my gun for the first time for a while, and yeah, hipfire and 2 burst rounds don't really work well together.
Oh god, I didn't even know what happened there. I just know I killed that dude, then I died.
We're doing okay. I know we're losing, but we're not losing too bad. That guy's a beam.
Yep, so it's quite cool actually, because one thing I've noticed that could have been a danger is there are imbalanced weapon types or what have you, and everyone uses the same, and that is just not the case really. Everyone uses a variety of things, and it just depends what you prefer, I find. Ouch. So, it's not that everyone uses pyro weapons, even though they are imbalanced. I think partly that is because they're expensive, but also because, they do deal less damage, and, they're just a little bit limited in terms of what they can do. There's also awesome things like Tesla you could use instead, which actually arcs between enemies, which is really nice. So what do you make of the other game types then, Andy?
Well, hopefully we'll see, but Jackhammer is I'm quite a fan of. However, Blitz...
So what is Jackhammer before we move on?
Right, so Jackhammer is... I think people have said it's like a Halo game mode. I didn't really play Halo that much. Where it's like catch the flag. So it is basically, the flag is a massive hammer that you can kill people with, and the more people you kill with said hammer, the higher the score will be when you finally cap it. So it's a risk-reward thing going on. I quite like that.
Yep, as is with most capture the flag games, if your flag is missing, then you cannot score. And so what you end up with is like like daring hammer runs where the hammer guy will run and try and kill the opposing hammer bearer, which is really awesome.
I'm thinking 6 rockets isn't great unless you're healing. They just don't do any damage.
No, that's it. And you know, the weapon upgrades are fairly balanced. So you might be thinking, what the hell, penta rockets? Why don't I have those instead of tri rockets? Well, apart from the fact that I can't afford them at the moment, they're not as good unless you hit with all of them. Like I've done some tests in the test bit, and actually, technically, quad rockets are better than tri rockets. Collectively, if you hit with everything, they do a lot more damage, but you've got to hit with everything. So you know the weapons are quite well balanced in that way. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I need to change my. I'm using 6 rockets. I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now
what could go wrong? Oh, this is really nice. I've got this guy following me around. He's just healing me, and I think that's why we're winning.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this new weapon I've made.
What have you made?
Terrible. Well, I've made like a short-range, fiery 2-burst weapon. I need to try it without the 2 bursts because it's terrible.
So you might be able to tell from what's going on at the moment. We're about to win, so the games are actually pretty short.
Very short, yeah.
And that's a good thing. No, I'm going to explode! Ah! Oh damn it, I've almost got the last capture. So if you are carrying blue right in your shot, then you will start to notice.
No, I don't want to be the collector. I'm going to kill the collector.
Just get. We need 1 capture.
Oh, I meleeed it instead of picking it up.
Good job.
It blew me up.
Come on, we need 1 capture, Andy. 1. You've got 1 job.
It's
1
Fluffy
job.
Puff. Look, Fluffy Puff, do it.
Do it. Do it for the team. Do it for the fluffs and the puffs.
No, it's gonna come.
No, come on, seriously. After all the work I put in. Okay, now there's certainly. I'm so glad we won. I would have raged so bad if we didn't win then. There's certainly the one thing that is apparent in this game, as is with most. First of all, taunts are awesome. Second of all, you do rely on your team. If you get a very bad team, then you know about it and you will rage. So, yeah. Having said that, the skill ceiling isn't massively high like a game like Counter-Strike. So, when you first start at the game, you're not going to suck real bad unless you're real bad at FPS anyway. Now, I was going to say just then that the matchmaking is actually pretty good in that respect. But I'm fairly sure someone doesn't agree with me.
Well, that match was okay.
Jackhammer.
But we weren't on the other team. Right, I'm just going to change my weapon. Wow. That is not how that says full auto. That's just full auto.
Yeah, that's another really cool note. If you want to talk about that while I show them, about the fact that you can access the other screens while waiting for a match and stuff.
That is definitely a good thing. And I can quickly do it. There you go. I've changed that and my loadout is now. Actually, I need to change my rocket as well. The 6 rocket I'll keep for when I have Healy stuff, I think, because healing with 6 rockets is probably a good idea.
That sounds pretty awesome.
But,
yeah, so you can actually switch between loadouts. You can change what's in your loadout. You can even do weapon crafting between games and stuff with the blue rights you've just earned. So that's really cool. It really keeps the action flowing. I don't like the wait times between matches in the lobby. I think they're a little too long.
I was going to disagree actually, because I'm practically going around changing my weapons and stuff. Now I have 20 seconds left, so I guess I think they're okay length. It's just over a minute.
Yeah.
We want to play Jackhammer.
Yes, I would really like to play Jackhammer. I've shown the guys Jackhammer anyway. I mean, I can't see that being an issue really in the long term. Maybe like when you first start and upgrades are pretty cheap, because although they are generous in the amount of bloots you receive, at the same time when something costs, you know, like 3,000 bloots and you're getting 600 a game or what have you, which I reckon is about average depending on how you perform, because you actually receive more for, you know, becoming first in the team and all that sort of stuff, getting more kills, more score. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to my sniper rifle. Okay, circle of death.
Why are you the only one that bounces back?
I'm alive. I'm not. I'm dead. Did I kill someone? Yeah, I got a kill. Only one in the team.
I got punched. Apple juice killed us all.
Fucking apple juice.
He
Right.
actually did he actually killed 3 of us.
So, would you like to explain jackhammer in a bit more detail then?
Okay, so you see both hammers secure. It's like there are flags. So we have to steal the enemy flag and we have to protect our flag. And if I go and take the flag, which is probably not going to happen, then I can then use it to knock people down and kill them in 1 hit. However, I might steal this one, and yes, there's a turret right next to it. I took it. I have indeed got said hammer and killed Apple Juice. Has payback, Apple Juice. Right, so now you see there's a skull icon, top left.
Yeah.
Because I killed someone with the hammer. I am probably going to die though. I'm running it
That's the
towards
spirit. I'm coming.
death.
I'll save you.
I'm running towards you. Oh no! I think he's going to pick up the hammer, and they're going to pick it up.
No!
Yeah,
We're so close to getting
They
it.
just managed to pick it up, and now it's gone back like a normal cat in the flag mode. So we lost that kill that I got on Apple Juice.
Yeah. I was literally 2 seconds from picking that up.
Apple Juice is trying to capture their flag, and he has a personal shield which makes him very tanky.
No, grenade wins.
Your hammer has been returned.
Nades are really good in this game.
Yeah, they are. All the equipment in general is very good.
Some of it a bit too good.
Yeah, personal shields I think are a little too good, but you do lose grenades and stuff, so you exchange a lot of offensive capability for...
Oh, is that someone talking in game there?
Apparently not.
Enemy has dropped the hammer.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm out of game. I'm on Mumble.
Oh, we're recording. Would you mind...
Yeah.
Cheers. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, where were you, Andy?
Oh, someone has a an energy gun, electric gun called Beam Me Up Scotty.
Ha, that's
Which
awesome.
of course is not right at all, because that's never said. Fallacy.
Stolen the hammer.
Yeah, so it's like capture the flag, except for, you know, the flag is deadly. Which is
It's
cool.
terrible.
What's terrible?
This gun I picked up on the floor. That brings us on to the point of, yeah, you can pick up your enemies and your allies' guns when they drop. So there's a kind of bit of balancing in there. If you're like, oh, I got an amazing gun. You can pick it up and use it until you die. I've got 2 hammer kills. It's quite nice to see how other people have made their weapons. Like, that gun was not for me. I'll help
Yeah,
you.
but actually, you know, someone else will fight you with that gun and they'll kill you every single time.
Oh yeah, and I'll get angry.
Like, how is that
Just
gun
a
any good? Yeah, so all in all, I'm really liking this game so far. It had a lot of potential to be awful, especially with the free-to-play model. They could have gone a very different direction with it. It is called loadout after all, and I would have been very disappointed if my loadout was severely restricted by money. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that.
It's definitely the game would not have people playing if that was the case. They just wouldn't. People would just say, try it out and say this is terrible, you know, and they would just quit. It's free to play games. With free to play games, let's be honest, everyone's a bit like, I'll play it for a bit, but I could easily uninstall it. I install free to play games all the time just to see how good they are.
Yeah.
This isn't particularly big either. It's 2 gig, so
Yeah, it's a
it
small
was a nice
download.
quick download.
I think I've got the bearer by himself.
We need to get that hammer because then we get a lot of points. I think they're trying to kill our hammer guy though.
I got him.
Yeah. No.
Oh, damn it!
They 2 of them came on him and then
Yeah,
they ran away.
the splash damage on the hammer is a little ridiculous.
The enemy has captured the hammer.
Like, you can hit someone with it, like, from halfway across the map, pretty much. No, but, like, you know, it is a good, like, 10-foot spread. It's not hard to hit someone with a
Sometimes it
hammer.
doesn't really work very well, I've got to say. I've seen a lot of times, and quite a few times, where if you're kind of like next to someone, not either in front or behind them, then you will die. And then you will
Yeah,
not
certainly,
hit
the
them.
hit detection on the hammer, I've noticed, can be a little dodgy sometimes.
Oh, come on.
Was that a double kill?
So,
It was a double kill.
he's so close to dying. Nah, he's going to take that. Damn you, Apple Juice.
Oh, if I didn't take it, I wasn't paying attention. I could have turned around and killed him. Oh well. Yeah, but there's been relatively few bugs apart from that one, and that could just be we're not entirely sure of the aiming mechanic yet. Not that.
I played this for about 4 hours in a row, really late at night with my friends, and oh, they shot me while I was jumping into the air. There's all 4 of them by the point, and I got quite good at it. I don't know. And now I'm not as good at aiming with my rockets. It was, It's like often a lot of the time when you.
It's certainly one of those Quake things, isn't it?
When you play a new game and suddenly like good at it, and then after that first session, you're just as bad as every other FPS.
Okay, so I have basically no health, so you guys need to get on me pretty sharpish.
Get a kill.
No.
They have a hammer.
Yeah, I noticed that. The health pack's here, brilliant. I'm going to try and get back to ours first. Okay, there is a guy at our base. Got him.
There's so many of them. But Mugluk.
Yes!
Mugluk? Megluk got it. Nice one. What's his name? Megluk.
No! I'm such a retard. The guy came in and I missed him when he was nicking the hammer, and so then he killed me with the hammer because the animation is so freaking long.
Yeah. We at least have their hammer. However, they do have our hammers.
Well, that's gone down well before this game.
And no! I thought I would escape.
Yeah, I'm really not liking the personal shield. I think that needs balancing.
It's really strong. One of my housemates was using. He basically made a heavy from TF2 and had the personal shield. He was just killing everyone because his personal shield would just take 2 rockets and would take entire clips, and then he still got his health to deal with. Yeah, it's. Whereas other things are kind of situational, personal shield is always good.
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of the people on the top on the leaderboard are using personal shield because they're gonna beat people
without
who don't have personal shields
every single time.
So you're gonna really need. I mean, and with this, I use this actually at the moment. And with it, you need to put it in grease. Otherwise, it blows up very quick. Like I need to get this health pack to even fight this guy in the one-on-one, and he's still I just managed to do it. If I didn't have that health pack, I would die because of the shield. So a lot of the equipment is kind of like has a positive and negative, whereas personal shields are just you have no offense, but it's the defense that gives you a good offense.
Well, the thing is, like, what is it? 1 grenade is the balance for it or something?
Yeah, it's 2 grenades.
What, you lose both grenades, do you?
Yeah.
Well, even that's not very good. Like, because, I mean, grenades are good, but the personal shield is just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You don't need the grenades.
Again.
I almost got the hammer back. So, I think, if anything that needs to be changing, I think certainly that is one
Curse
thing.
you fire.
Oh, that was an awesome shot. Shame I died.
I'd say personal fire is what I know some people say rockets, but really later game, rockets are not that powerful. They're kind of like a finishing weapon. If you've got loads of people on, if you have an entire team using rockets, perhaps. Yes.
Oh no, that's my main weapon, rockets. Even when I'm like playing with a pulse rifle or what have you, rockets are still my main weapon. Because they're a good mid-ground weapon, you know, they're good long range, short range.
Tesla's an interesting thing.
Oh yeah. Tesla and Pyro are quite interesting weapons. Okay, we've got to get this guy.
Yeah.
The enemy has stolen the hammer. Your hammer has been returned.
Nice.
Oh, I returned the hammer by accident.
No, you didn't. You did it on purpose. Every single time.
Right, who's this? Go, my book.
Yeah, the thing as well is that, you know, even though personal shields are imber, you can see here that actually this game type is fairly balanced.
The enemy has stolen the
And it's the same, I think, actually, with all game types. Because actually, it could be.
Ah.
No!
Oh, there you go. Chaos.
Sorry,
Both
I
hammers
can't
have been
think
turned.
right now. There's far too much going on.
The enemy has stolen the hammer. You have returned the hammer.
Right, now I'm dead. Yeah, I like to think that this game is actually fairly balanced. So, you know, if you look at the Blitz game type, which is essentially King of the Hill, but, you know, any one capture is not completely game ending. You know, you have to capture at least 5 or 6 points, and they always move around
I
the map.
think if you killed as many people as you could do with the hammers, so you kill like max, it might win, but it might not. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think there's probably only 3 max, which is however many I've ever
Oh,
got.
we got a lot
so.
of points from that one.
Oh, nice, we're in the lead. When did that happen? I thought we were going to lose this
Megrook.
game.
Oh, Megrook.
I think we were going to lose this game for sure.
As the scoreboard shows, he has 2,000 points.
The enemy has stolen the hammer.
Oh dear. I spawned and died.
Cool. How's that going for you?
Spawned, hammered. There's 3 of them.
Your team has taken the hammer.
Okay, well we got theirs and I'm with the hammer guy, so we might actually stand a chance of doing this. So yeah, if I had to
They're
give
coming
this...
to get you, are they?
no,
coming to get
we've
you.
got the hammer.
No, they are coming to get you, and they killed me. But they're low health.
The enemy has
Nice one.
you have
Nice one,
returned
Ash.
the hammer.
There we go.
Do that by
So,
yourself.
let's recommend or
The enemy has stolen the hammer.
debuff this game.
The
What do you
enemy has-
think?
Your hammer has been returned.
It's...
We won!
I've played...
Yes!
Yeah.
How?
It's really enjoyable. I have played quite a few hours of it. I didn't expect myself... When I saw it on Steam, I was like, it looks like it might
That
be
taunt.
alright. But it's pretty decent. It's not quite there yet. They've got a bit of a way to go before there's a lot of... it's got to compete with other games like TF2.
Yeah, definitely.
So and that has so much content. Whereas it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long they can keep it up. I get a little bit of like Lead and Gold vibes from the gameplay. I enjoy it like Lead and Gold, but Lead and Gold was a pay-to-play game, and it had, aside from when they had free weekends, it just no one plays it. And it was a shame because that game was really decent. I enjoyed that a lot. And I actually think Lead and Gold is slightly a better game than this, but that's entirely personal preference, like thing, because they're quite different, really, than their core like mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely recommend this game because my kind of key idea behind any type of review is, do I enjoy the game? And the answer with this is yes. I've had a lot of fun with it. I was going to play for an hour or two before I did this review. I've ended up playing about 7 so far. I found myself jumping on every now and again for 4 or 5 matches. Do I think it could take sustained play? Yeah, because the game mechanics are fun, they feel fair, it's fast-paced, it's skill-based. Yeah, and although there are a couple of imbalancing issues, such as the personal shield and that, I think, it's pretty well made. I'm very, very impressed. It's one of the better free-to-play games I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it definitely is a good free-to-play game. It's worth your time. It's 2 gigabytes. It's not very big to download. There's a lot of people playing it. 40 Steam stats is down at the moment, but there were about 30,000 when I checked last time.
Yeah, I mean, I've never
That's a
found it
good amount of
difficult to find a
people.
match. Never. So,
It'll be interesting to see how they produce new content for this game. I'd like to see more characters. I'd like to see more cosmetics. I'd like to see the ability to get cosmetics in-game. Aside, you can from daily drops, but I feel like that's a pretty rare chance. And that'd be like the odd cosmetic. You've got more, Dota, you've got far more chance of getting stuff in that.
yeah. I mean, just before we finish, let's take a quick look at the shop. Loadouts and gun slots. So your gun slot is going to cost you almost 2,000 gold. So let's look at how much that costs. So we're looking at £3.29 for 3,200, or 69 pence for 600. So it's going to cost you a fair amount of money there. Although it does decrease as you go up, and you get a discount per amount you buy. It's much more expensive for more loadouts. But you know, there isn't really any game-changing horrible stuff here. It's mostly cosmetic. So yeah, I would thoroughly recommend Loadout. You know, check it out. Even if you don't like it, it's free to play. It's a small download, and personally, I think you are gonna have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, thanks for watching the review, guys. This is Westloar, and this has also been
Edatain.
We Are Over and Out. Please stay tuned for more.